So guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to the first of many icon reviews that are going to be appearing on this channel. EA have just released Icon Swaps number 2 and in it are some pretty special items. We've got players like Baby Vieira, 89 Ronaldinho, Prime Essien, there's a middle Del Piero in there as well, and there's so many other good items, and one of them good items we're going to be reviewing today. We're going to be trying out the 87 rated base icon, Socrates, who looks absolutely brilliant, and it's definitely a card that I'm interested to see how well it performs, because I actually might get him with some of my icon swap tokens. Anyway, before we get into this video today, I want to take some feedback from you guys. What are your thoughts on icon swaps number 2? What are your thoughts on the selections and the cost of some of these players? Also let me know which other icons from this promo you want to see me try out for a video. If you could leave a like rating on this video, that would be muchly appreciated as well, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel too, because like I said, there's going to be plenty of content coming your guys' way. So like we've already discussed in this video today, the focus is going to be this 87 rated Brazilian attacker. He's going to start as a centre mid in the 4-3-2-1, but to be honest, we're going to switch formation pretty much instantly, and we're going to be using this guy as a central cam in the 4-2-3-1 formation. And he actually looks like he's going to be perfect for that role for most part. So here are his information. Here is his information is better English. The guy's 6'4", so he's pretty tall, especially for an attacking player. He's got a 5-star weak foot, which is awesome to see, and 4-star skill moves. His in-game attributes also look pretty solid. Some really nice stats in the pace column. Looks very quick for a midfielder. The shooting section looks pretty cool too. He's got an 84 rating for his finishing, 90 shot power, and 89 long shots. And on top of those really good shooting stats for a mid, he's also got 95 composure. So in front of goal, this guy should be an absolute beast. His passing attributes are also relatively impressive. I say relatively, very impressive. 88 crossing rating on this guy, 88 short passing, and 86 long passing, as well as 87 curve. This guy's passing looks great, and he's got a 5-star weak foot, so he should, in theory, be able to distribute evenly as well on each foot. His dribbling attributes look alright, but there are a couple of notable negatives that you can instantly see. First of all, let's talk positively. He's got really good ball control of 91, pretty solid in-game dribbling too of 89, but his balance of 56 is poor, and his agility of 78 for an 87 overall card is not that great, so I'm a bit worried about that agility and balance, if I'm being honest. Finally, physically, how is this guy? Well, he's actually got pretty good strength. He's got an 82 rating for that, 82 aggression as well, so he should fight for the ball quite a bit, and a good stamina rating of 85 too, which is nice. His jumping rating of 64 is obviously not great, but the guy's 6'4", he should be able to win aerial battles just through being tall, rather than having to leap. On the paper, I think this card looks outstanding. It looks like a very good card, and I'm expecting good things from it. So let's get into some matches and let's see how we do with the 87 rated Brazilian icon. Okay, so for the Brazilian's debut, this is what we face. It's a near full La Liga side, which also for some reason has a Chancellor and Pizzi in the right side. Pretty odd team, to be honest. You've got a mix of some really good players like Futmas, Mendy, and Road to the Fano, Eder Militao, but then you've also got some pretty average players, which is yeah, making me confused. I don't know what I'm coming up against here, unless he's doing some of the first owner objectives. That would actually make sense now that I think about it. Or not, he's just quit. This is what we face in the next match. Once again, a really odd squad. It's a near full Bundesliga team, and I'm going to guess once again that this guy is attempting those icon swap objectives. I think the previous guy quit because he was attempting to relegate himself. Bamiyang to bring the ball forward. Tries to chip it through for Socrates. Socrates through a gap. Left-footed strike now across goal, and he will miss from there. He's actually hit the post. I was about to say he won't miss from there, but we've absolutely clattered the post with that shot. Socrates to try and bring us forward, but he's actually knocked off the ball by Bittencourt of all people. Oh. Socrates gets the ball to Trossard. Trossard to Walcott. Slides the ball in. Chance for Socrates. Gets around his man with a spin. Takes off the shot. And he's hit the post again. What is going on? Bamiyang gets the ball to the Brazilian, who's going to try and get through his gap. Hernandez coming across. He's obviously got a lot of pace about him. Okay, half-time has come around and the score is 0-0. And I won't lie, I'm a bit annoyed because I feel like we've had some really good chances, but we just haven't taken them. We won't be making any changes for the second half. I think we're playing quite well in the 4-2-3-1 formation. Like I say, we're creating good chances. We just need to put them in the back of the net. Sissoko plays the ball through. Socrates gets round his man. Puts the ball through to Theo Walcott. Walcott puts the ball inside, and here's a chance, and that's a very nice goal. Great bit of team play there. Linking up, and we get ourselves on the score sheet. Socrates links up with Aubameyang. Now we've got a chance to come forward. Socrates keeps the ball. Through to Aubameyang. Can he get on the end of that? Yes, he can. Gets the shot away. Nice goal. Socrates being involved heavily in the build-up as well. And after that second goal, my opponent has decided to call it quits. So we get ourselves the win. And on debut, Socrates gets himself a goal and kind of an assist. An indirect assist, shall we say. But nonetheless, decent debut performance, especially in that second half. In the first half, I thought he was a bit wasteful, but in the second half, he was pretty solid. Guys, every team I'm coming up against tonight is looking like this. I obviously don't want to play against teams like this because it's a review. If I'm playing against teams like this, I'm not properly testing the player. So, yeah, this is taking quite some time. I'm not going to show you guys this game because I'm probably going to give them the win. This is actually the first team I've faced which doesn't look to be doing an objective. So, we're going to play against this one and we're going to see how we do. There's a chance. Socrates gets the ball forward, links with Aubameyang. Can he get around the final player? No, sadly not. Eder Militao pretty much body checks him and takes him off the ball. Lenglet gets the ball to Socrates, who gets the shot away, and inside the box with many bodies around him, he still finds a gap to put the ball into the back of the net. Oh, a chance to come forward. Socrates gets the ball out wide, and now Walcott's got some space to run into. Returns the ball to the Brazilian, who's still got a bit of space. Can we get the ball into the box? Left-footed cross, Aubameyang with the header. Sadly, goes wide. Aubameyang gets the ball back to the Brazilian, who gets round Militao, but just couldn't get the ball inside. Just couldn't get the ball under control and dribble it inside there when we needed him to. At the break, annoyingly, we are 2-1 down. It's been a pretty even game, to be honest, but I got sweated twice, so that's why I'm a bit annoyed. I don't blame my opponent for doing that, but obviously it's never nice to concede a goal like that, but hopefully in the second half we can pull this back. Sissoko finds Socrates, who gets around his man, and now he's got a chance to break. Socrates in a bit of space. We're going to shoot across goal. Right-footed strike. And that ends up in the back of the net. Really confident strike by the Brazilian. And just like that, we are level. Link up once more. Aubameyang returns the ball. And that's a really nice pass for the Brazilian to get onto the end of. Can we get some space inside? We can, but Militao just has enough strength to hold him off. It's going to be Sissoko, of all people, down the wing. Gets the ball inside to the Brazilian, who needs some runners either side of him. Does well to keep the ball, gets it to Aubameyang, who lifts the ball inside. Chance! Oh, Guardiola's header just goes well over the bar. Headers in FIFA 20 just suck. Socrates gets the ball out wide, and now Walcott has a chance to break. He comes inside to Aubameyang, who puts it around his man. Chance for the Brazilian, who gets the shot away and unfortunately hits the post, but he was fouled in the process of taking that shot. Nice. Chance to break now down the edge. Oh, brilliant through ball. Brilliant. Aubameyang. Oh, I bottled the chip. I bottled the chip. Ter Stegen boots the ball up the field, and that should now be game over. And it is. We get the 3-2 win. That game was just end to end for full 90 minutes. It was pretty mad. And you know what I have to say? Fair play to my opponent. He definitely had a much inferior team, but he made that game a very big battle. The Brazilian attacking mid, though, was heavily involved in that game, getting himself 2 goals in that match. Probably could have had one more or maybe a few assists as well in this game, but it just wasn't meant to be. But still, a very solid performance from him. So, after a few more games with the Brazilian in the team, what are my thoughts on the card? Pretty enjoyable item to use, to be honest. There's definitely a lot to like about this card, but there are also some definite notable negatives for this item, and of course we're going to discuss both of them momentarily. But overall I have to say I'm coming away from the games feeling pretty positive about this card. It's definitely an effective item, and as I say, it was a fun one to use as well. So let's begin, shall we? Now, his pace in-game, I thought he felt very quick for a midfielder, to be honest. I actually thought he felt quicker than the 80 pace, which is advertised on his card, which is obviously very nice. There were some occasions where he broke away from defences to show off his pace, which was good. Obviously, he's not like stupidly rapid, so he will get caught up, but he does have like an initial 10 of a pretty good pace, which is quite nice. His shooting, I really don't have too many complaints about. Occasionally can feel like a bit of a post magnet, as you'll have seen if you watch the clips. He hit the post like 3 or 4 times in the 2 live games, but in the non-live games when I was playing other matches, he was hitting the post in them as well, so there is that. But in front of goal, for most part, I thought he was really good. He's definitely a composed finisher, and he's got really good shot power, so if you give this guy space, he probably will score against you. So if you match up against this guy, definitely put pressure on him. I thought his shooting was great off both his left and his right foot. The same, to be fair, can be said about his passing. His general distribution was actually really good, put through plenty of really good through balls, and linked up well with players around him using his short passes. He was unfortunate not to register more assists for me, but my finishing with Aubameyang tonight wasn't particularly fantastic, so yeah, I do feel like this card could have had more assists registered to his name. His dribbling I found to be not ideal, to be honest. He's got really good ball control and he can protect the ball quite well, but yeah, that agility and balance does hurt him. His agility isn't that great because, well, what it means is that he can't turn too quickly with possession, and when he does, there is a chance that he might lose the ball because other players are coming around him. And also, when he gets pushed and pulled, the guy just comes off balance. And when he's knocked when taking off a shot or doing a pass, that following pass or shot just isn't as effective as what you want it to be. His balance is an issue, and like I say, if you put this guy under pressure, it definitely can make him become like unstuck, I guess. Physically though, was fairly happy with the item. Really good stamina, had no issues with him tiring, very good strength as well in game, and I liked his aggression too. He fought for the ball, which was pleasing. He's got a pretty good aerial ability, won plenty of headers for me, and he's a great player to aim for when taking goal kicks. With him being so tall and with him being in an advanced role, from goal kicks he's great to aim for, and when just clearing the ball, he's a good player to kick towards. Finally, the last thing I want to discuss is this guy's positioning, which I found to be quite inconsistent, to be honest. Now, as we know, he's got medium-low work rates and a good attack positioning rating, but to be honest, his positioning for me was either really good, he'd join in with the attack and be in a good position, or he just wouldn't be involved in the attack, and that was a bit frustrating. Overall though, I think this is a very good card and a very effective item that you could use as a cam, as a wide cam, or even as a striker if you wanted to. But if you're going to use him in a wide role or as a striker, I would probably want a bit more pace on him. But I think he suits that central cam option quite well. It's just a shame that his agility isn't better, because that's one of the things that really hurts him in my opinion. Nonetheless, for 11 foot swap tokens, I think he's actually a pretty good value, and I do feel like a lot of people will end up picking this card up because, yeah, it's a very solid card. In terms of his price, he's currently going for around 560k, which I also think is a pretty fair price for this card, to be honest. I really don't have too many complaints about that price tag. Yeah, pretty positive feelings about this item. I don't think it's like the most effective cam you can get in the game, but it's a very much usable one for FUT champs, and it's a very effective card in game. Like I say, I think his shooting and passing are brilliant, and with him having that 5-star weak foot, he can shoot and pass off both foot really well. The only issue is his dribbling doesn't feel as great as his card suggests due to his agility, and balance, but other than that, brilliant card. So that's the review on this 87 rated base icon Socrates. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do leave a like rating on it in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on this card. Leave a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.